Hi, Flosstube. I'm back. This is Minnie from Allxxs, and as I promised, I was going to do my. This is Minnie from Allxxs, and as I promised, I was going to do a whip parade. Okay, now they're in no specific order, just how I pulled them out of my bag, and I will. Let's get started now. So the first one is from a cross-stitch collection March 2016 magazine, and it's called Seven Seas, and it's a globe. That's the picture of it. I'm stitching this one on a 18 count 8, and I think this is off-white or antique white. You have to forgive the wrinkles. This has been in my stitching bag, but I think you can see it pretty good. And this is my version. As I've said before, I love my mermaids, and we have a mermaid, a sea monster, we have another mermaid, and there's a sailing ship up top, and my mermaid needle minder that I made myself. Okay, so that's one of my whips. Another one of my older whips. This is Not Forgotten Farm. It says, I have newt wings of bat, 13 whiskers on a Cross-Eyed Cat. This is Cross-Eyed Cat from Not Forgotten Farms. And there isn't a whole lot of it left, but I'm just wasn't into it. This is what I have so far. And it's stitched on a DMC marbled Ada 14 count. Hopefully I'm not going too fast. Hold on one second. Yeah. Hopefully I'm not going too fast and you all get to see what I have. The next one is from Allxxs Needleworks. It's called Hot Chocolate. That's the chart. I am stitching it on a 32 count linen, and the color of it is coffee bean. And this is what I have so far. That was kind of see-through. Let's see if I can put something behind it so you can see. There we go. There you go. And this is what I have so far. Like I said, it's this chart, so that's why it's on the brown, darker brown fabric, because I'm following the chart. Let's see. It called for. It didn't say, but I'm using the coffee bean fabric for that one. My next one is Jardin Prive, Marquis. Whoa. And I'm stitching her on hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. It's Seafoam Jobelin. I just thought for some reason this would make a good fabric color for this design. So there she is. And yes, I like a lot of different charts. I have a favorite designer, which is Joan Elliott, but I will stitch other things that catch my eye. that I like. This next one is Silver Creek Samplers, and it's called Seeds of Freedom. And this one is stitched on a, it's just a, what is it, Charles Craft? No, MCG Textiles, I believe it is. It started out as an off-white, and I coffee and tea dyed it using Vanna's coffee and tea dye instructions. And I think it came out really good, the color of it. The next one is the Hogswort Crest by Colleen Carrington. It's a picture of what I'm working on. I mean, what I'm doing, what it will look like. This is stitched on a either I think it's 18 count white Aida. And that's as far as I've gotten. I like stitching on this one too. I like when it starts, you know, the little pieces start to show up. This one is Connie G. I'm going to finish this one day. Mystery Sampler. And it's stitched on, I believe it's 18 count off-white Aida. A mystery diamond sampler. This is stitched with all of, it's all DMC thread, but they're variegated. So some of them are the regular variations, and some of them, I think the last couple ones down here at the bottom, I think this one, these two maybe, I used the colors threads. So they're still all DMC colors. My next item is Brooks Advent Animals, and I've been working on this for a while now. I was adventurous and I decided I was going to stitch it on this kitchen towel, which I think is like, it runs at like a 40 count. If you're sitting, I tried counting the threads in it one time, and I think it came out to like 40 count. I have done up to number 11. So hopefully one of these days I'll get them all done. But I've finished up to number 11. I really like these little animals. They're very cute. What gets me is that I should have left off the border on the first one. I would have been much happier, because then I could have just stitched the little animal in and, you know, boom, done. But I didn't. I started with the borders, and I hate doing the borders. I don't like doing borders on anything though. But so that's where I am on that one. Like I say, it's done on a kitchen towel from Walmart. Okay, this next chart is a chart that my niece took. She took a picture of one of my profile pictures. I think we used to be on Facebook, but she took that profile picture and she had it charted. And I have started it, and I'm stitching it on. This is the first page. I am stitching it on 14 count oatmeal Aida. And as you can see, I have that corner done. That's my eye. It's turned out pretty good. Like I said, once this linen and threads thing is over with, and I get my mermaid finished, and the Doreen Jones monthly animal, then I can work on some of this stuff here. So I can do this, and I can start other stuff. I've got plenty of starts. As you can see, I was steady buying. I've been buying charts every day almost. The next piece is from Sesame Street, Pretty Little Chicago. And this one I am stitching on 14 count Charles Craft Stardusted Silver Fabric. I previously stitched Pretty Little DC, and it was on the gold. This is on the silver. And that's as far as I'm getting on that one. I love all my charts. Once I start, when I'm stitching on them, I love them. I hate to, excuse me. I love these cups now. And they come with their own spoon, so I love them. My husband even bought me one for DC with a spoon. He loves me so much. The next item I'm stitching is Bella B. Yeah, wait a minute. No, Bella Butterfly. That's the one at the top. This is a Mirabilia. And haven't gotten that far on this one either. Sad to say. That's as far as I've gotten. And I'm stitching it on Under the Sea fabric Naiad. It's a 28 count Lugana. Like I said, I love all of my design, my charts, and I love them because that's why I started to stitch them, but I just don't have, there's not enough time in the day to stitch on them all. Okay, this is another one. This is Little House Needleworks 4 Freedoms. And I don't know. Oh, okay. This is a natural Belfast 32 count Belfast linen. And this is as much as I've gotten done so far. Let me do that. Hold it up again. Not like I'm going a little too fast, but there's not really a lot to look at on these charts. There we go. So my next one is, oh, and I forget where I get it from, and I don't have it. It's in a pile over there. But I saw this chart on I can't remember her name now. I can't remember her name, but she does videos, and she did this one I think last year, and I hunted that chart down until I found it. Yeah, I had to hunt it down until I found it. It's stitched on a black 28 count Jobelin. And this is as far as I've gotten. It's as far as I've gotten. Is her face, that part of her face. So I wish I could stitch on this one right now. I love that one. I'll stitch her eye. I can't wait till I can get back to some of this stuff. I could, but then that means I leave something else that's unfinished, and it drives me crazy. This is a Martin Luther King Memorial cross-stitch kit from my niece. Gave me this. She found this at the visitor center when she came to visit DC a couple of years ago, and I have started it. And normally I don't like full coverage pieces, but this one is a small full coverage, so it's not all over the fabric. It's just the design is the whole thing. And I have started. As you can see Martin Luther King's face coming from the stone of hope. And like I say, I like stitching on that one. My next one, Heartstring Samplery, is the Coffee Quaker. And I've chosen my own colors for the motifs on this chart. And this is where I've gotten so far. This is another piece of the coffee and tea dyed, and bake and basted. That's what it was. Bake and basted coffee and tea dyed fabric, instructions by Vanna Pfeiffer. Now, last but not least, this is now I can't remember the name of who it's by. Good gracious. Frankie the Thinker. And it's being stitched on Picture This Plus 28 count Haunted. And this is where I've gotten so far. Linden Place. That's it. And so, there you have it. That is my whip parade. Well, hold on one second and I'll get the other two. This is my linens and threads. So I can get all of it in there. This is the last one I finished. So that's my linens and threads. And like I said, I'll probably get this one back on the scroll frame. And of course, my mermaid from Joan Elliott. So there you have it. All of my whips. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Happy stitching!